Terrans are never walling in, but Nada is saying, you know what, screw this, I'm going to wall in every single map, and that's really good. I mean, Zealot rushes aren't going to do anything to him. He's going to be able to hold against DTs better, Goon rushes better, everything.
And you can see, at the same time, jangbi is playing it safe as well. He didn't scout the starting locations first. He actually went over here in the middle. He wanted to check for a proxy gateway.
Yeah, that's a very good thing to do on Andromeda because, as I said, you know, people do not wall in here. Your ramp is actually a very long way from your command center, so you actually lose a decent amount of minerals. You can tell the difference. So proxy gates are somewhat popular here, but again, that is something that the wall-in just crushes.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we do see 3 SCVs in the Vespian gas, so unless he takes them off, no, in fact, he is going to take them off. So I think we're going to see a fast command center.
Oh, definitely. He would have kept those on if he wanted to 2-fact, because he is walled in. The probe is not going to get into his base. Jangbi is going to be playing blind, so Nada definitely is going to go for a quick command center here.
One Zealot is out. Neither player has found the other yet, although I'm pretty sure by now they probably have a good idea where their opponent is. We're going to see if, you know, I think what we really need to focus on, actually, is whether or not Nada is going to be able to get inside Jangbi's base. Obviously, there's no way that Jangbi is going to get inside of Nada's base, but, yeah, I'm really curious about Jangbi's tactic.
Yeah, Nada really wants to see what Jangbi's doing. You know, Jangbi has several builds on this map. After winning against Nada with the DT drop after the expansion, he actually went DT drop before expansion against Idra to knock him out. So Jangbi, he is a tricky player. He has a lot of build orders here, and scouting is going to be so important here for Nada.
Oh, absolutely. Well, this is a pretty safe build here. Now, I wonder if playing safe for Nada, though, on this map especially, is that wise? Because, you know, this is a map that's pretty hard for Terran to push out on.
It is, but Nada is already getting that command center up, so he's going to be economically ahead of Jangbi. If he can just stop any sort of harass that Jangbi tries to do, he's going to be in a good position for a timing rush.
I think so. Right, here comes the initial rush once again. Of course, your Dragoon has been able to spot the fast command center. We have no Marines, so he's going to need to get this tank out here fast. The depot taking a lot of damage. These SCVs a little bit late. You know, this wall is so far away from the mineral line.
Yeah, it takes a long time for them to get up there, but he has brought 4, so Nada means business. Normally you see them send 3 SCVs up, but with that 4th SCV, there's no way that wall is going to fall before the tank. And a beautiful pullback there by Nada, not losing even 1 SCV. So Jangbi, although he's costing Nada minerals, is really not killing anything.
Well, the tank is almost out, and this should deflect the rush, but a little bit of a blow back there to Nada's economy. And take a look at this. We do see that Fast Nex is coming up here. So, pretty standard opener, I would say, for this map.
Oh, definitely. And it looks like Jangbi, in fact, might want to take another expansion. We see the probe at his mineral only right now, kind of just sitting there. So it looks like he's going to go a 1-gate into double expo. And Nada, if he goes for another command center, it's just going to turn into a weird big macro fest. But if he wants to do like a 2-fact, look at this. He is adding a 2nd factory instead of another command center. So he's going to be able to do a 2-factory pressure build, and that is excellent against what Jangbi's doing right now.
Yeah, I think so. I think a good timing push here could be quite strong. We see a lot of good Terran players occasionally float the barracks up here. Oh, hold that thought. We're going to see DTs coming up here. But we do see some good Terran players float the barracks up, move it over here in this location, and then set up a small push to kill some probes and then move forward. So we may see something like that here.
Definitely. And with that DT attack coming up online, he's actually going to have DTs out there, which is pretty good against what Nada's doing. But we should see him make an academy pretty quickly here. Between Spider Mines and the academy, he should be able to set up that tank, just as you said, to destroy that expansion.
Well, the barracks is already lifting up, and he may be moving that out pretty soon here. And you can see the factory upgrades are coming. Now, when you see early factory upgrades like this, it usually means the push is coming pretty close, because some good players will save those upgrades until right before the push happens so they can get an extra factory or something else out early.
Oh yeah, you do not want to buy those upgrades ahead of time. They are worthless if you're not attacking. So Nada, he knows his timings exactly. You can tell he's practiced this build very many times. And it looks like he is getting ready to move just about now, but interestingly enough, he is not moving down that barracks yet, so he is not going to have any vision of that high ground.
Yeah, I don't know why he's doing that. I was wondering about that as well. I guess he's going to just leave it there. Now, if he gets the Vulture Mines up, though, this could be pretty tough for the DTs. It's really going to come down to Dark Templar Micro for Jangbi. And I don't know if he's got the nerves to take on a rush like this. This is going to be very tough for the Protoss to stop.
Yeah, and, you know, Nada's going to want to target as quickly as possible, not pull back at all. He has to push those goons back and get mines down, or as soon as the DTs come out, it's going to get extremely dirty.
All right, he's moving the probes out, but Protoss in a lot of trouble right now. The Zealot already vanishes. And the Dragoon should be picked up with ease here. He needs to plant some mines, though. The Dark Templars, the Templar Archives obviously done here. There's the Dark Templar now. And Nada's going to have to back up. I don't know. He does not have the Vulture Mines upgraded yet. It's still going on in the add-on over here. And that's really going to hurt Nada. If he had those upgrades, this could be looking different.
Yeah, you know, he got speed before mines, so he could rally down there and attack quicker, but he is getting a turret as natural, and the DT's chasing those tanks back. Nada being very smart right now, laying some mines in there with the goons. If he can make those probes blow up, he's going to get way, way ahead.
All right, looks like this mine's good.
Oh!
Look out! Oh my gosh! Those are some Gosu probes. They just ate that mine before I killed them.
Jangbi is actually handling this pretty well. He's lost some probes, lost some units here, but his DTs are living, and there's only one Vulture left for Nada, so he's going to want to be very aggressive with the rest of his Vultures, try to get in there, lay some offensive mines, kill some probes so that he can get ahead in this game.
Well, looks like this Vulture's going to get picked off here. Here come a few more Vultures coming up here, planting too many mines for the DTs to deal with. And if he can just get a few more mines over here, this is really going to hurt Jangbi's econ.
Yeah, and Jangbi, he does not know exactly where every mine is at this point, most likely. You know, he has been jumping all around the place, so he has to be very careful with his units. And if he was not staring at every mine as it was laid, he cannot make a move, because if he loses one too many Dragoons, Nada's going to be able to bust him up with his Vultures.
You know, in rushes like this, the Protoss has to have a really good memory. You're totally right. He has to remember, okay, where was every single mine planted? He has no vision of where these mines are, so he's going totally off memory. He remembers that there were some mines here. That's why he didn't send the Dragoon through that way, but he's going to have to keep this up because more and more mines are going to be planted, and right now Jangbi is blind.
He is playing very blind, but he has good goon position here behind the minerals. That is very helpful, but really, he is not being able to mine from this Nexus, and Nada is just finishing up his third base at his natural, so Nada is going to be in an excellent position. He's adding factories now. He's just got his academy, just got in his armory, so he is going to be in just a beautiful position. This, as a Terran player, this feels great.
And I think over here, we might have seen some serious damage get inflicted back there. It looks like, yeah, Jangbi's starting to come back into this, but look, I mean, there's hardly any probes at this expansion.
Oh yeah, he is probe light right now. I mean, his main is not really filled up with probes. His natural, his second natural, he does not have good probe saturation, but he is getting Arbiter tech right now. So, yeah. I mean, Arbiter, that can bring you back from almost anything.
Yeah, I think so. However, during that Arbiter tech, another good timing push from the Terran could really throw the Protoss off. You know, he's going to get the scanners. He's going to have what? Yeah, he's going to have 3 scanners. That should be enough scans if the push is timed out well enough to run over the Protoss.
And you know what? If he scans right now, if he wants to scan and see the tech that Jangbi has done, Jangbi is in trouble because he has skipped robotics. I mean, he does not have anything to see these spider mines, and Nada could purely contain him, destroy that mineral-only expansion very easily because there's nothing Jangbi can do to clear out these mines.
Oh, yeah. Totally. I'm a little shocked that Jangbi is going to play blind in this final game. I mean, he's basically opting to go for his mechanics over his strategic understanding here, saying that he can just outmuscle his opponent. Meanwhile, Nada has a pretty good idea of what's going on, and I think this might be a loss for Jangbi if Nada plays as good as he is right now.
Now, if you look at the mini-map real quick, all those orange dots, those are spider mines, so this is, like, very good for Nada. You feel very good as a Terran player doing this because you have this vision ahead, you know there's no units there to ambush you, and he is setting up some turrets in the middle, setting up a light contain right now, and that is just going to be excellent because he's going to be able to push either to the main or to the mineral base, and either way, it's going to do a lot of damage to Jangbi. It's going to be very cost-effective for Nada.
This is basically a setup by the Terran. He says, all right, I know I can kill you with a push in a little bit, but I can't get all the way to your base, so I'm going to set this up out here. I'm going to contain you. I'm going to control